Okay, good morning YouTubers and subscribers. Thank you for looking on our channel, and this morning we've got a new project, and I think it's a nice little project for my YouTube and maybe for you DIYers or people who want to do a similar thing. So this is the job this morning. This is to bring this door forward to the front here and knock this out, because the stairs are set back. The stairs are basically here, so going in around the let's say that again. The stairs are here and the door's here, so getting in and around and up the stairs is very difficult. So the idea is to bring this door forward to here, push on this wall here so they can straight up the stairs. So for us now, we're looking at the job. We've got to bring the steel through here, and then we've got this problem here. We've got to return it here to there, and so this window's all in the way, so we're thinking about what we've got to do. And so maybe we've got to cut this back because it's wood. New window's going in. There's a door with a side light going on here, so we've got plenty of width, so there isn't that much bricking to do. There's quite a bit of thinking through what we've got to do. So our inspector's coming out today and he'll tell us exactly how he wants it, because the issue is here, sitting the RSJ on here. We didn't want to leave a nib in, so hopefully we can put it straight through onto the cavity, 4-inch cavity, put a good padstone on, and then that'll be it. Okay, so that's basically where we're at this morning, discussing the job, sharing it with you, and hopefully it'll be a project that you can do in coming days, and maybe you can learn from this YouTube. Catch you in the build. First of all, just take this off and have a look underneath. I think this house was built in the 90s, so it's a 2-inch cavity. I discussed that with the building inspector the other day. So our steels have to go, when you put them together, they need to know the cavity sizes so that your steels don't have a wide gap or too short. Okay, so that's a little tip maybe, which we'll explain when we put this board in. I'll come back to you in a minute when we've got this off. We want to expose these timbers and see what's under here, which way they're going. Maybe we can prop up using this, and on the inside on the ceiling. Okay, come back to you in a minute. Okay, cleared off. Hi, good morning. Just an update of where we're at with our project. So what we've done is taken the window out, and we've had the building inspector here this morning, and we've got to leave the cavities there, create a new cavity here, take it in, because now it's become a house dwelling. We don't know whether these go right down to the footing, so we've got to expose that. And if not, we've got to dig down to the foundation and build back up. I know it's only going this high, but it's become a dwelling now, and this is what happens. So we've got our steels to go in, and we're limited to how far we can go across here, because they've got a door here. Let's have a look there. So we can only come so far across. They could take that door out, but every window would have to be over 450 wide openings for fire escapes. So it's ridiculous, to be honest. So we're going to leave that in and just take it in as far as we can, and just take a small section out here. This gives them a bit more, less alcove here. So now what we're going to do is put our strong boys in, our acros in, and then put our steel work in. It could have had a catnick, but we're putting in steel work. Stronger, better. Okay, so we'll come back to you when we put our supports in and get this first steel in. Okay. If you've got a project like this, always check with your building control, because there's all these little bits and things that you have to do that you might think, oh my goodness, it's going to cost, it's going to go up and up and up. But we don't know what's under these slabs yet. We'll come back to you with that. Okay. Right, update. Right, this obviously now is changing again. If you come to do a job, always remember that you might have this problem. I thought that this was part of the original, and so it isn't. So we've got to dig down now and create a new footing. Go down to the original house, I don't know how deep it is, and then we will put a new foundation and build up. And we've got to go right across, because the door is coming across. So it's not simple, and you might come across this if you're doing your own job. You might be find an unexpected issue like this, and so now we've got to dig right down 1 metre. It might be even more, I don't know, and then put in a foundation and then build it up as normal as you do as an extension. So that's where we're at now. We're going to dig this out and come back to you. We've got our steel in, packed up, wedged up with slate. You always put slate in them. As good builders, we always got slate on the job, and so you jack your steel up with your props, and then you put your pads in, and then you wedge your pads up to your steels, and then belt it all in with slate, tighten it right up, let it go off, and then you can pull your steels out, and it's those your acros out, and then your RSJs, U-beams will stay solid. Okay, so we'll crack on with this job. Another part of the build is that we've got a raft foundation. What I've got to do here is drill into the existing concrete, put in a rebar, resin it in, and then mesh over that, and then concrete it. That's what I'm doing now. Right, where we're at now. We've got to, obviously, because this is what you'd call a raft foundation, as we said before, and that is definitely confirmed now. So we've got stitch drill into the existing concrete and rebar it with special resin. Here we are, we call it chemical fix. You squirt that into the hole and drill this in, put this bar in, chemical fix it in, and then we mesh on top, and then we concrete pour onto that. Just doing this before the inspector comes. So I've stitch drilled all around. We're going to put these bars in with this resin, hold it in, mesh on top, concrete, and then we're ready to build. I know it's only for a small bit, but now it's come under building regs, as we said, so at all changes. So we'll crack on, we'll cut these bars, get them in the holes, come back to you when we've meshed up, and then it's concreting this afternoon. Okay, we'll carry on. What we're doing is just blow the hole out, make sure all the dust's out, using the chemical fix, squeeze it to the back of the joint, draw your stuff out, make sure it's filled, that's it. Twisting it as you go in, that takes the should wiggle in. Now that these are bashed in and resined in properly, now we've got to put the mesh on top. But before that, we've actually put polythene underneath, visqueen as they call it, stop the damp coming up, basically replicating what's there. Now we're putting this long bar in, and then we'll tie that long bar through with ties to the kicker bars that are kicking through. We'll show you that now as we go. Right, as you can see, that's what we're doing now. And also we've put our mesh, fabricated mesh on top of the bars as well, which we're all being bound together with the wire. Okay, you can see it that we're doing here. And so there we go. Right, filling in with the concrete now, and we've got our little makeshift keeping us dry. Oh, the weather's changed terrible. Anyway, we're getting this filled with concrete so that we've got, we can build on it in the next couple of days when that's gone off. Okay, so that's what we're doing now. We're just filling in, getting it prepped up. It's all been passed, and it's only a small amount of concrete, so we're not getting ready mix in. It's easier to do it this and cheaper. Anyway, here we go. Catch you later when we start building. It's like an extension now, so what we've got to do is bring this floor through, close this cavity off, so put some damp course in like this, just to stop any moisture tracking through like that, and then put some insulation down here to plug the gap. And then that will, we can go over that with concrete then. Probably just jiggle about with a bit more in there. And then we can come across with a screed. We've got to put also insulation into the floor. 2-inch insulation which we've got there. We'll put that in and then we'll come back to you when we've concreted. I'm going to carry on building this up today while the weather's good. So we'll get some shots of you putting some bricks on. Right, catch you in a bit. Right, adding our MOT Type 1. Giving it a really good bash down, as you can see here. Then we are sand blinding it. Right, what Scott's doing here is putting down some sand blinding just over the sharp bits. We've got to treat it like an extension. This is what we're doing. So this will cushion the visqueen as that goes down, and then we're putting on our Salatex on top of that. Okay, so we'll come back to you in a minute. What this sand blinding does is actually stop anything puncturing through from the stones. Now we put it in our insulation, and then we'll visco in over the top of it again, and then it's ready for concrete floor. We can take it up to the level of the original floor, which we'll find there, and then we can put a floor leveler on when it's finished. So there we go. A bit more in there, probably in that little corner there. There we go. We can take the joints up.
It's alright, Chris.
And there we are with the window in, all finished. Plastering it up. There we are. Ready for plastering. This is a pink board on here. It's covered the girder all around now. Right, that's the finished bit. Spots in. Panel curve done. Here we are. All just done now. Finished. Right, part of the work is to take off the old bricks because they're all loose and to rebed them on. So that's what I'm going to do now, is rebedding these on. I've already done the other side. It's a bit of masonry, really just don't get the knots off. There you go. Just replacing the blue bricks on top of the wall. So little tip is let a lot of air into your mortar, and then it doesn't ooze on the bricks.